The government tells the country we are thugs when our faces attack the pavements, or the shields, or the sticks. This is a country that sells guns to Saudi Arabia, a country who invaded Iraq illegally, a country with the blood of its colonialism on its hands, telling us we must be civilized. They practice militancy and tell us we must practice civility. These people tell us it is thuggish to stand up for our rights, but that it is noble to die for your country. We should not serve them, those who have not served us. Who can call it unjust then, when Emmeline said, "There is something that government care for far more than human life, and that is the security of property. And it is so through property that we shall strike the enemy. Be militant each in your own way. I incite this meeting to rebellion." Not I. All the way through the history of this country, where there have been those that oppress, the ruling class have oppressed them. First it was the working classes, whose lands were taken from them by the rulers. Then it was whoever came next until this day, with the desire to divide and conquer us, always at the fore of their thought. They will split us as men and women, black and white, straight and gay, rich and poor. Because when we argue amongst ourselves, we fail to hold to account the only enemy who is truly different to us. Our enemy is the one who tells us who our enemy is. Our enemy is the one who tells men their enemy is feminism. Our enemy is the one who tells the working class that their enemy is immigrants.
Yeah.
There is no natural divide between man and woman, black and white, rich and gay. Only the created divide. Can't I say rich and gay? Straight and gay, rich and poor. Only the created divide. The only real divide is us and them. If I had been stood here just over a century ago, I would not have had the right to vote. Emmeline Pankhurst recognised that the enemy was not any of her fellow citizens, not truly. They were enemies only in ignorance. I owe my vote to her as much as any of us, and so as we stand on the shoulder of this giant and other giants like her, I might quote her and find that the things she said over 100 years ago are just as relevant today. She said once, "We have to free half of the human race, the women, so that they might free the other half." She recognised perhaps that although the patriarchy is made by men, it does not serve all men. It seeks to limit our personal growth. It seeks to breed misogyny, so that we might be dumb and ignorant and blame women for our problems, rather than assist them in dismantling a system which does not support us. In the patriarchy, a man must be their ideal of a man and be cast aside. We're not free. As Emmeline liberated men of my stature to vote, we men must now once more hope that the strong women of our time might free us from a system of rule which does not support us, but only those who rule. A system which expects me to give my life to their cause before I give voice to my own. They seek to make nationalists of us all, so they might be ready to die for our country at a moment's notice. They wave Union flags in my face and tell me that I am British and I should be proud of that. I should be ready to die for that, whilst they lead me into wars and to decisions I am ashamed of. I do not consent to your rule. I do not consent to your laws. I do not consent to your nationalism. I am not British, I am Mancunian. And in Manchester, we welcome everybody. As Ian Brown said, it's not where you're from, it's where you're at. We will continue to defy them, because that is what we do here. To quote Emmeline once more, Manchester is a city which has witnessed a great many stirring episodes, especially of a political character. Generally speaking, its citizens have been liberal in their sentiments and defenders of free speech and liberty of opinion. We must show that together now, as we always have. The ignorant will hide behind their law and order, behind cynicism. We will be defiant. We will understand the power of the people, as strong today in us as in the Peasants' Revolt of 1381. We are alive to the notion that in the 21st century it is revolution, not evolution, that will provide our next leap forward. Thank you.